Imagine a fighter jet so versatile that it can dogfight, strike ground targets, escort bombers, and even serve as the backbone of dozens of Allied air forces, all while being affordable and easy to maintain. That aircraft is the F-16 Fighting Falcon, known affectionately by its pilots as the Viper. First introduced in the late 1970s, the F-16 wasn't supposed to be the superstar it became. Originally designed as a lightweight fighter to complement the heavier F-15 Eagle, it has gone far beyond expectations. With over 4,600 units built and exported to more than 25 countries, the Falcon has fought in almost every major conflict of the last 4 decades, from the Middle East to the Balkans, from Afghanistan to the skies of South Asia. But here's the real question. How has a jet conceived during the Cold War managed to remain relevant in the 21st century, competing with stealth fighters and advanced air defense systems? Is the F-16 just a relic kept alive by upgrades, or is it still one of the smartest military investments a nation can make? In this video, we'll break down the history, design, performance, weapons, global use, strengths and weaknesses, and finally compare it with its toughest rivals. Stick around to the end. We'll answer whether the F-16 still deserves its legendary status. The F-16 story begins in the aftermath of the Vietnam War. American pilots flying the F-4 Phantom II discovered the hard way that relying solely on long-range missiles was a mistake. Dogfights at close range were still very real, and US aircraft often found themselves outmaneuvered by smaller, lighter Soviet MiGs. In response, a group of reform-minded officers and engineers, later nicknamed the Fighter Mafia, pushed for a lightweight, highly maneuverable jet that emphasized agility, visibility, and simplicity. They believed that bigger wasn't always better. While the Air Force invested heavily in the heavy twin-engine F-15 Eagle, the Fighter Mafia wanted a cheaper, smaller complement that could be mass-produced. In 1971, Congress authorized a competition for a lightweight fighter program. 2 prototypes were built: General Dynamics YF-16 and Northrop's YF-17. After intense testing in 1974, the YF-16 won due to its superior agility, innovative design, and lower cost. On January 13, 1975, the Air Force officially selected it, marking the birth of what would become the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Production began in 1976, and the first operational squadron was ready by 1978. Originally planned to complement the F-15, the F-16 soon proved itself far more than a second-tier jet. Its fly-by-wire controls, bubble canopy, and unmatched maneuverability made it a favorite among pilots. By the early 1980s, NATO partners such as Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark, and Norway also adopted the F-16, ensuring that it would become not just an American jet, but a truly global aircraft. Over time, General Dynamics sold its aircraft division to Lockheed, which later merged into Lockheed Martin in 1995. Under Lockheed Martin, the F-16 continued evolving, with upgraded radars, avionics, and weapons, keeping it modern even in the age of stealth fighters. The F-16 wasn't just another jet, it was revolutionary. One of its standout features was the bubble canopy, offering pilots almost unobstructed 360-degree visibility, critical in dogfights. The side-mounted control stick allowed pilots to maintain precision control during high-G maneuvers, while the 30-degree reclined ejection seat helped them withstand forces up to 9 gigaseconds without blacking out. Perhaps the biggest innovation was the fly-by-wire system. Instead of traditional cables and hydraulics, the F-16's control inputs were converted into electronic signals. Computers constantly adjusted the control surfaces, allowing for greater agility while compensating for the jet's intentionally unstable aerodynamic design. This made the Falcon extraordinarily maneuverable, so much so that pilots joked, "You don't fly the F-16, it flies you." In terms of aerodynamics, the jet used a blended wing body design with cropped delta wings and strakes that generated vortex lift, giving it high angles of attack without stalling. Combined with a thrust-to-weight ratio greater than 1, the F-16 could accelerate vertically, something few jets of its era could manage. Another key design aspect was its modularity. The F-16 was built to be a multi-role platform from day one, with 11 hardpoints for weapons and external fuel tanks. Its airframe was rugged yet simple, making it cheaper to build and easier to maintain than many rivals. As upgrades came, the F-16 adopted advanced radars such as the APG-68 and later the ESA APG-83, modern glass cockpits, helmet-mounted cueing systems, and conformal fuel tanks for extended range. The newest variant, the F-16V Viper, integrates state-of-the-art sensors and weapons, proving that a 1970s design can still adapt to modern warfare. In short, the F-16 combined pilot-friendly design, cutting-edge electronics, and aerodynamic brilliance, setting the standard for future generations of fighters. Let's break down the numbers. Length, 15 meters, 49 feet, wingspan, 9.96 meters, 32 feet, height, 4.88 meters, 16 feet, empty weight, about 9,200 kilograms, 20,300 pounds. Max takeoff weight, up to 19,200 kilograms, 42,300 pounds. The F-16 is powered by a single Pratt & Whitney F100 or General Electric F110 turbofan engine, producing 23,770 to 29,000 pounds of thrust with afterburner. This gives the Falcon a top speed of Mach 2, approximately equals 2,120 km per hour or 1,320 miles per hour, at altitude. Combat radius, around 550 km, 340 miles, fully loaded. Ferry range with drop tanks, up to 4,200 km, 2,600 miles. Service ceiling, 15,240 meters, 50,000 feet. Rate of climb, 250 meters per second, 50,000 feet per minute. Armament includes a 20mm M61 Vulcan cannon with 511 rounds, plus 11 external hardpoints capable of carrying up to 7.7 tons of weapons, a remarkable figure for a lightweight fighter. Thanks to its lightweight airframe, high thrust, and fly-by-wire controls, the Falcon can pull 9 G-turns, outperforming many larger jets in close combat. While initially seen as an inexpensive complement to heavier fighters, the F-16's performance stats quickly earned it frontline status. Even today, it can go head-to-head with advanced fighters in many scenarios, especially when equipped with modern upgrades. Simply put, the Falcon isn't just about numbers, it's about balance. It doesn't have the raw size of an F-15, the stealth of an F-35, or the endurance of a twin-engine fighter. But it strikes the perfect middle ground: fast, agile, affordable, and deadly. The F-16 was built to carry a wide arsenal, making it a true multi-role platform. Guns: M61A1 Vulcan 20mm cannon, ideal for close-in dogfights. Air-to-air missiles, short-range, AIM-9 Sidewinder, IRIS-T. Medium-range, AIM-120 AMRAAM. Some export models even integrate European and Israeli missiles like Python-4/5 and Derby. Air-to-ground weapons, laser-guided bombs, GBU-1012 Paveway series. GPS-guided JDAMs. Cluster munitions and unguided bombs. AGM-65 Maverick missiles for precision strikes. AGM-88 HARM for SEAD, suppression of enemy air defenses. Anti-ship roll, Harpoon and Penguin anti-ship missiles. Advanced loadouts. Modern variants like the F-16V can carry targeting pods, Sniper XR, Lantern, and integrate with modern data links, enabling networked warfare. Some versions also carry conformal fuel tanks, extending range without sacrificing weapon pylons. The flexibility of its weapons loadout is one of the Falcon's biggest advantages. From dogfights to deep strike missions, from SEAD to naval strike, the F-16 can adapt within hours. That's why air forces worldwide, from Israel to Taiwan, from Turkey to Pakistan, continue to rely on it. With newer upgrades, the F-16 can even fire beyond visual range missiles, making it competitive against newer fighters. Its ability to carry nuclear weapons under NATO sharing agreements also underscores its strategic role. Bottom line, the F-16 may be lightweight, but when it comes to firepower, it punches far above its weight. Few jets in history have seen as much action as the F-16. Since its first combat deployment in the 1981 Israeli strike on Iraq's Sirak nuclear reactor, the Falcon has been at the center of world conflicts. Israeli F-16s also scored air-to-air kills against Syrian MiGs during the Lebanon War. During the 1991 Gulf War, the U.S. Air Force flew more than 13,000 sorties with 249 F-16s, making it the most widely used aircraft of the campaign. Though 5 were lost, the Falcon proved its resilience in both strike and escort roles. In the 1990s Balkans conflict, NATO F-16s bombed targets in Bosnia and Serbia, and a Dutch F-16 scored a kill against a Serbian MiG-29 using an AMRAAM. Pakistan used F-16s extensively in border clashes with the Soviet-backed Afghan Air Force, while Turkey deployed them during tense standoffs with Greece and in operations against Kurdish militants. In more recent times, F-16s have participated in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, and Syria, performing close air support, precision bombing, and patrols. They remain essential in NATO operations and have been used by US allies like Poland, Norway, and the Netherlands in coalition campaigns. Globally, the Falcon is operated by more than 25 air forces, including Israel, Egypt, South Korea, Taiwan, Turkey, Greece, Pakistan, and many NATO states. In total, over 4,600 aircraft have been built, making it the most produced fourth-generation fighter in the West. Even today, Lockheed Martin continues producing F-16s for export, with modernized F-16V models being delivered to countries like Slovakia, Bahrain, and Taiwan. The Falcon's global footprint is unmatched. Few fighters have been as battle-tested and widely trusted. The F-16 has undeniable strengths. Agility. Its lightweight design and fly-by-wire system make it incredibly maneuverable. Versatility. Can perform air-to-air, air-to-ground, SEAD, reconnaissance, and even anti-ship missions. Cost-effectiveness. Cheaper to buy and operate than many contemporaries. Global support. With thousands in service, spare parts and upgrades are widely available. Proven combat record. From Israel to the US to Pakistan, the F-16 has scored kills and carried out successful missions across decades. Weaknesses. Single engine. Unlike twin-engine fighters, the F-16 has less redundancy. An engine failure often means a lost aircraft. Accident rate. Statistics show nearly 20% of all F-16s built have been lost to accidents, higher than rivals like the F-15 or MiG-29. Range limitations. While conformal fuel tanks help, its small frame limits internal fuel, reducing endurance compared to larger jets. Stealth disadvantage. Against modern radar and fifth-generation fighters, the F-16 lacks stealth features, making it more vulnerable in high-threat environments. Ultimately, the Falcon's strengths outweigh its drawbacks. Its simplicity, flexibility, and adaptability explain why it continues to serve even in the age of stealth fighters. So how does the F-16 stack up against rivals? F-15 Eagle, US. The F-15 is larger, faster, and has a longer range with twin engines, giving it greater survivability. But the Falcon is cheaper and more maneuverable in close combat. Together, they formed a perfect high-low mix strategy. MiG-29 Fulcrum, Russia, similar in size and agility, but the MiG suffers from higher maintenance needs. The F-16 has better avionics and export support, while the MiG is rugged but less modernized. Su-27 35th Flanker family, Russia, heavier, with greater range and weapons load. In theory, flankers outperform F-16s in raw power, but the Falcon's avionics, training, and Western missile systems often give it an edge. Mirage 2000, France, another agile single-engine fighter. The F-16 generally wins on versatility and global presence, while the Mirage offered excellent performance but lower production numbers. F-35 Lightning II, US. As a fifth-generation stealth fighter, the F-35 outclasses the F-16 in stealth, sensors, and networking. However, the F-16 remains far cheaper and is still more agile in traditional dogfighting. In essence, the F-16 has never been the absolute best at any one thing, but as a balanced, affordable, combat-proven fighter, it has held its own against almost every rival for nearly half a century. So, is the F-16 Fighting Falcon still one of the greatest fighter jets in history? The answer is a resounding yes. From its humble beginnings as a lightweight alternative to the F-15, the F-16 became the workhorse of Western air power. With more than 4,600 built, it is the backbone of dozens of air forces worldwide. It has fought in conflicts across every continent, proving itself in dogfights, bombing runs, and counter-terror missions. Its design innovations, bubble canopy, side stick controls, fly-by-wire system, set new standards that influenced future fighters. Even today, upgraded variants like the F-16V keep it competitive, integrating advanced radars and precision weapons. Yes, it has weaknesses: higher accident rates, limited range, and no stealth features. But its combination of agility, versatility, affordability, and reliability has made it irreplaceable. For many nations, the F-16 remains the perfect balance between cost and capability. And while fifth-generation jets like the F-35 may dominate the headlines, the Falcon continues to soar, proof that smart design and adaptability can outlast even the boldest predictions. So next time you see an F-16 streaking across the sky, remember, this is more than just a fighter jet, it's a living legend. If you enjoyed this deep dive into military aviation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our next video on the world's most iconic weapons and aircraft. Thanks for watching, and see you in the skies.